PLG News. First up, we have Chido with a report about the Christmas conference.
Let's hear what she has to say.
During the Christmas conference, we talked about a variety of topics in terms of improving the school. Firstly, we talked about how we might be reducing the farm space near the canteen. Do you guys think it's a good idea, or do you think we should keep it the same for the animals' sake? Year 7 suggested that we have a board information with when the buses come and where the buses go. Do you guys think it's a good idea? Another thing suggested was having a double-decker bus. Do you guys think this is a good idea, or do you think it's too crazy? The PLG was wondering why no one sat in the quad. Year 9 said that it was a dull place to sit, and they didn't want to sit in a place where Miss Knight would be staring at them. I agree, that would be kind of creepy. Another thing that we talked about was indoor spaces. Pupils said they had nowhere to go when it's cold and raining. One of our correspondents, Chris, has the inside story.
What do you think should be improved about the indoor spaces?
Well, for one, the indoor spaces should be actually a tiny bit bigger, because people, year 11s always rush in and then push people out of the way, and some people end up getting hurt. And I don't think it's fair for people that get hurt too. It happens every single time they're in the corridor.
What spaces do you think should be used during break and lunch?
The spaces that should be used during break and lunch are the quads, because that's where people get a free space from. Instead of having to be outside here with people that could be alone, sitting down, just doing whatever they want.
Okay, what do you think about the indoor spaces?
I reckon you should make them a bit bigger so we have more space to run around and mess about.
So what do you think about the indoor spacing in Cardinal Wiseman?
Yeah, it's good because you've got all the space to do activities teachers do, and then there's other space for more activities.
How do you think we could further improve the spacing in indoor space in Cardinal Wiseman during lunch and break?
Make indoor, at lunch you can go indoors and like football.
What do you think about the indoor spacing in Cardinal Wiseman?
It's very good. We have a fitness suite and it's very useful after school.
How do you think we could improve it during break and lunch?
I'd say people get bored during lunch and the fitness suite is usually closed. And we should have more activities that people open more after school.
How do you think they could improve it, as in break and lunch, for the students?
They could make it so that there's a way to go this way and there's another way to go this way, because you always bump into people.
PLG came up with a solution for this problem. There will be a hall free for people to use at break, and supervisors will be sixth formers and teachers. We might just add in a little Xbox in there. Thank you, back to the studio.
On January 21st, we had the Year 11 Parents Evening. They gave us feedback about the newsletter and the website. Here's what they've got to say.
Do you prefer an emailed or paper newsletter?
I prefer a paper newsletter. Okay.
How often would you like to receive a newsletter?
Fortnightly, that's fine. That's enough. You don't really need it every week, I don't think.
I'm not really sure a lot of parents actually take the time to read the newsletter.
What would you prefer instead?
I expect more communication with my own child, really. I would prefer that than reading. Somebody else tells me something that's going on at school. I'd rather Brett come home and say, oh, this is going on at school. It's a shame if he doesn't, but I would prefer that instead of,
It'd be nice to have an email, maybe of each subject teacher.
Oh, okay.
So if you have any concerns or anything,
You can just directly
email them.
Okay. Do you view the school website?
Do I view it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not as often as I should, but I do, yeah.
Okay. In other news, we had the Super Schools competition.
Super Schools, what's that?
Well, we'll have to wait for Sibi and Damari to tell us more about that.
I'm here with the front from the PE department, and I'm here to talk about Super Schools. So, what is Super Schools about?
Well, it's a multi-discipline sporting event against other schools across Europe. There's 7 other schools from countries ranging from France, Sweden, Finland and Wales, and obviously ourselves from England. where we sort of compete the students, compete in multiple sporting events, athletics, football, basketball, table tennis, and swimming.
Okay. So what did you do last year?
We finished second last year at the Severn School, which was our best finish to date. We finished third a couple of times previously, but last year in Wales we managed to finish second, closely behind the Irish team, who have won it for the last 4 years. So we're looking to go one better in Sweden this year.
So what are you excited about this year?
Obviously, going to visit Sweden. I've never been before. We're going to Uppsala, which is a city about 40 minutes north of Stockholm. It's a sort of predominantly a university-based town, but we're looking, to obviously go and look around that on top of doing well in the sports and hopefully going better, like I say, this year and finishing first.
Hi guys, so I'm here with Francesca and Elsie, and they're here to talk to us about super schools and the fundraising involved. So Elsie, tell me about what kind of fundraising you've been doing right now.
Well, tomorrow we are doing a sponsored Rainbow Cycle, where in the past couple of weeks we've been getting sponsors from anyone who would sponsor us to help lower the price for everyone.
That's really good then. And how comes you need to fundraise for the money?
Well, the price is quite high. It's about £300, and it's not everyone can afford that price. So to make it easier, we've been asked to fundraise to lower the price.
Super schools is where 9 other countries from around the world all come into one different place, one same place, and compete in their own individual attributes, what they're good at, and at the end of it, I suppose, there's a prize for coming first, second, and third.
During the training, we all practice different sports like athletics or football or badminton or something that we're all good at. So what we're going to do, what's for that?
I'm really excited for Sweden because we get to go on a plane now, whereas last time we had to drive all the way to Wales, and it's a new experience because it's in Sweden. And I reckon it'll be a good experience because there'll be even better people there.
And there's new people to meet, and you get on with your family.
Thank you, Sophie. Back to the studio.
For the last faculty, I've introduced a new program called Just Maths. It's kind of like Just Dance, but with maths. Mr. Hammonds and a few pupils are going to tell us more about it.
Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Hammond, Head of Maths, and I'd like to talk specifically to our Year 11 students who by this stage are really counting down to their GCSEs, and I've got some brilliant news for you. We've bought into a package which is really, I think, awesome for revision. It's called Just Maths, and it's actually focusing on the top 40 topics that you routinely get on your GCSE exams. And I'd like to demonstrate to you how you can actually use this for your revision. So you should all have your login, your username and the logins which have been given to you in school. And this is how the website will look like. Okay, so when you go there, you can actually have access to the tutorials. If I should click on this one, and these are video clips, and the advantage this has got, say for instance, over my maths or my Maths Watch My View, is that the actual lessons have been saved in their file name. So if you have to go and sort of revise scattergraphs, for instance, all you need to do is just look out for the clip which says scattergraph and click on the video, and that's it really. It just takes you through the process of how to do, just like how a teacher would explain it to you. You can pause, and there are worksheets that you can print as well. If I should click on, if you go to student area, you can actually have access to the worksheets that go with this. So it normally starts with two-way tables. There's a bit of data handling, a bit of number, a bit of algebra. I will call this the essential topics that you need for your revision. These are actual worksheets that go with the videos. So you can actually click on the worksheet and do the task. And then this is what, again, another advantage this has got is that you can actually have access to the answers. So if I click on web solutions, you can actually have access to the answers as well. So the 11th, I'm appealing to you. Right now you don't have any excuse at all. From the 2nd of January and February as well, we are going to you'll be able to access our wireless network. So you can use your phones, you can use your tablets, you can use your computers at home, please go on justmarks.co.uk/online. Use the login details we've given you and start revising. And good luck. Okay, thank you very much.
For our last segment, we have
Out and About with Sylvie!
Hi guys, welcome to another episode Out and About with Sylvie, and I'm walking around school trying to investigate mysterious occurrences that's going on. Whoa! Shh! What's going on here? Shh! Guys, I think this is another mysterious occurrence that's happening around school. Haven't any of you wondered why their teachers sitting on a chair? Because I surely have.
Shh, come on, clear up.
I think he's reading a book.
What did I say? Clear up.
Wow, this is so scary. Teachers, scary. I'm here with Miss Nelson and she's about to tell you guys what her favourite book is.
I'm not sure it's my actual favourite book, but it's a book I was reading when I sat and had my read for 20 minutes. It's by Tess Gerritsen, it's called The Surgeon.
My favourite book is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It's a thriller, it has lots of suspense, there's lots of action, and it's intriguing.
Okay guys, let's see what's going on in sixth form. Whoa! This is this like a reading disease or something? Because teachers have been reading all week and sixth formers are doing it. This is so unusual, guys. I don't know what's going on. What? No way! This has been an episode of Out and About Sylvie. Back to the studio.
So, if you have any news or events, please contact the PLG.
I'm Halima.
I'm Shalom.
And this has been the PLG News.